Decline in test scores in America is getting serious. It's all over the news. Take a look.
Millions of American students are falling behind in reading and mathematics. A third of children are missing fundamental benchmarks. Many educational leaders are blaming COVID-19, saying the virus has forced children to spend months out of the classroom where they were supposed to learn those basic skills.
The average test scores for reading fell by 5 points, while the average scores for math fell by 7 points.
Unfortunately, it wasn't a huge surprise. We know that the students have been struggling, and there have been other assessments that have been conducted during the pandemic that have led towards this conclusion.
This is the largest decline in reading since 1990 and the first ever decline in math.
There's gaps in learning now, but these gaps have been there from the beginning.
ACT test scores, which show the level of readiness for college-level courses, hit a 30-year low this year. 19.8 out of 36, making this the lowest average score since 1991. 42% met none of the ACT's subject benchmarks.
Are we going to be able to make up for this? Do these kids ever kind of recover from this loss of learning?
We have to act with a sense of urgency because these kinds of losses are not going to be made up overnight.
Well, Nick Giordano is a professor of political science at Suffolk County Community College in New York and a higher education fellow with the Leadership Institute's Campus Reform. And he says he's been on the front lines for 2 decades witnessing the devastation of our education system. Marianne is a former middle school teacher who quit because she was being asked to teach her 6th graders at a 3rd grade level. So thank both of you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Nick, I'm perplexed by this. There is really a sellout going on, it seems to me. Instead of figuring out innovative ways to teach our kids and close the gap, it's like the system is caving to the least and meeting these kids where they are rather than bringing them up to standard. Is that a fair assessment?
That is a fair assessment. It actually goes beyond that because you're seeing almost like a cover-up within the education system itself. I mean, basic proficiency levels on average are about 25% of the subject material when they graduate high school. Now, what they don't say is those numbers have been flat for about 30 years, yet we've been dropping standards at the same time. So if we kept the same standards in place for 30 years, the numbers would be far lower and students wouldn't even be making the basic proficiency levels. It would be lower than that. And it really is devastating because these are supposed to be the future leaders, yet we don't treat them that way. We don't educate them that way.
Well, you say K through 12 has just collapsed.
Correct.
What do you mean by that?
Well, I give my students a basic citizenship exam on the first day. I've been teaching political science for years, and nearly every student fails that exam. These students don't even know the very basics of American government, and yet government impacts all aspects of our lives. But it's across the board. It's in every subject we're seeing this failure.
Wow. Professor Nick's citizenship quiz we gave to all of you in the audience this morning. Now, I haven't seen this. Who is the Speaker of the House? That's something you asked the students.
Correct.
Okay. Now, this changes,
It does.
during elections and sort of thing like that. How do they do with that?
Most will get it wrong.
Really?
If you put a picture of Nancy Pelosi up, they probably wouldn't be able to identify that that's Nancy Pelosi.
Really?
That's how bad it is.
How did you guys do on that? How do you think you guys did? How many of you think you passed the test completely? Got it all right? Okay, you're scared now. You know what? Well, 11.86% of the audience passed the test. 7 people, who I'm not going to call by name. No, I'm just kidding. Got 0 correct answers. Not one person got 6 correct answers. All right.